For new WordPress bloggers or people that have just launched a website, you may not be familiar with Google Analytics, and the intent of this short video is just to show you some of the really awesome statistics and metrics that you can get from Google Analytics. We're not going to deal with setting it up or anything in this video, just to give you a little bit of an idea of what information is available. What we're looking at right now is the dashboard for one of the sites that I manage. Dashboards are fully customizable. As you can see right here, you can actually add different widgets. I'm not going to add a widget right now, but you've got a lot of different options. Each one of these boxes are a widget. You can drag the widgets, change around the view, the placement of what this looks like. You can see I've got page views, users, bounce rate, and a couple of things here. It's totally customizable. This is your own personal dashboard. Clicking at some other things here, there's a real-time option. This is not a super busy website, so currently there are 0 people on the website. You can see that there were some people, in the last 30 minutes there were a couple of people that were visiting. If there were visitors on the website, or if somebody showed up or shows up while we're looking at this video right now, it'll actually show you how many people are there, where they came from, and what page they're currently looking at, and it will even put a little circle on the map here showing where they are. In fact, let me open a different tab and then go to a page on that website. All right, while that page loads in another tab, let's see if it shows up. There you go, one person, and they're on the home page. They're not a referral source because I just typed the information in directly, and it's going to show you where I'm coming from. So that's pretty interesting, especially if you have a lot of people that actually go to your website on a regular basis. Some of the past websites that I've run, you could have dozens or hundreds of people on the website at any one point in time. It's just interesting to track some of that information. So getting away from real time, let's look at some of the other interesting information. Click on Audience Overview. You can see here that we are showing the sessions over a period of time. You can change the time period. This is going for the last 30 days. Oops, lost my overview. Sorry, there we go. It's shown by day. You can actually change that to hourly if you want to, by week, by month. Day is a pretty good metric to look at, and you can say, hey, they got a nice little bump here on this day. You can coordinate that with any of your marketing activities or new post that was released. It'll tell you 26%, 28% of the traffic in this past 30 days were returning visitors. 71% were new visitors. Total number of sessions, page views, pages per sessions is interesting. You want a higher number of pages per sessions. Somebody will land somewhere on your website and you want them to click other pages while they're there or take some actions. So a higher number there is obviously better. So let's look at some more stuff. We have, let's go back in here. Let's look at demographics. So you can get some demographic information about the users that visit your website. You can see here that the largest age group for this particular website is 25 to 34 years. It's 28% of the traffic. 48, almost 49% of the traffic is male. 51% of the traffic is female. You can click and get some kind of more detailed information excuse me, on those two metrics there also. You can look at some of their interests. So the people that visit this website, based on other websites they also visit, you can see that they like financial services, information about employment, travel and hotels, they like cooking, investing, they're business professionals, stuff like that. Let's look at some other things here. Behavior is interesting. It's just a further breakdown of the information that you saw earlier. It's going to show you new versus returning visits, 71% and about 29%. By the way, a lot of these different reports are actually hyperlinks, so you can click into these reports and see some additional information on them also. Technology is interesting. You can look at the browser, the operating system that they're running. Mobile, I think, is really interesting, and in fact, this surprises a lot of people. So we'll look at mobile here. 46% of the traffic to this website is from the desktop, 45% from a mobile phone, and 8% from a tablet. So over 50% of the traffic comes from a mobile phone or a tablet device. I think that's very interesting information. What it does tell you is you want to make sure that you look at your website from multiple devices, make sure that it's responsive and that it looks good from different devices. Actually, yeah, so let's look at user flow real quickly here. This is kind of interesting. This will actually tell you, so if somebody, or some country here for some reason, I believe, I don't want to waste too much of your time, but I believe there is page, landing page. Here we go. So you can see that the top landing page is the home page. That's what the slash is. And then these lines, the gray lines that you see here, it'll actually help you understand what they click on after they go to that page. So from right here from the home page, the biggest number of people are clicking over to the blog. This other line is going down here to about coaches, what is coaching, etc. So it gives you a little bit of a understanding of the flow of people coming to your website and then what they click specifically. Not just that they are clicking things, but what they're clicking and in what order. Acquisition, great information right here. So you can see that 42% of the traffic comes from social networks, 36% is direct, 13% referrals, and 7% organic search. To help clarify this a little bit, social is fairly obvious. It's going to be Facebook, Twitter, Quora, Pinterest, things like that. Organic search is if somebody actually types something into a search engine like Google. Referral is if somebody has linked to a page on your site from another person's website. So they were referred to your site from another. Now, direct is actually misleading. Direct is people that specifically type in the URLs, but it's also all other information that Google's just not able to show us the details about. So if somebody's set up some sort of a secure connection for some reason and Google can't actually track how that person got over to your website, they put it under direct. So direct is a little misleading. 30% of the traffic did not specifically type out the entire URL to go to this website. As I mentioned, you can click on these links, so let's just go ahead and click on social here quickly. And this is going to give you a further breakdown. So you can see the number of people and the percentage from each of the different social media venues that came over here. Again, this is for the 30-day period that's defined up at the top. And then you can even drill down further. Let's click on Facebook, and you can see the traffic from Facebook over each day over that 30-day period of time. And you can see here there was a big jump, and it would be interesting for somebody to look into the details of what happened with that jump on that day. Search Console is something you have to actually enable. It's not turned on by default, I don't believe. You have to have the Search Console turned on itself, and you have to link the Search Console into your analytics. But once you've done that, there's some good information here. It'll tell you which pages are showing up within search engines. And very importantly, it'll also tell you what queries, what things are people typing into the search engine that is causing them to find your results and then click over to it. So you can see the number of clicks that people had from the search engine, how many impressions there were. So you can see this top one here, there were 6 clicks for 33 impressions. The second one, there were 5 clicks for 193 impressions. Let's see here. This also shows you the average page position. So the second one right here is 2.3 is the average position in the search results. 6 is pretty good. Anything in 10 and less is really good because that's going to be a first page result. All right, we can drill down on some of the social. It's basically the information that was summarized earlier. It just gives you another view into it. Behavior, very similar here. You can look at site content. And let's go ahead and show this. It's going to show over the last 30-day period again, total number of page views, which matches the dashboard, and then it's going to show you which pages and the number of page views for each one of those pages. So you can see the most popular pages on your website. Site speed is interesting, and soon we're going to have a video on that, if not already by the time you read this, just talking about how to optimize a website a little bit. This 14.1 is absolutely horrible, so there's something that needs to happen there to improve things. We can look at page timings specifically. Green is good, it's loading faster than average, and we've got a bunch of those. This one page right here is really slow though, and it's throwing off the average, so that's something worth looking into. Speed suggestions is going to open up the page speed insights from Google. Again, that's going to be in a different video. We're going to go over that later, but I just wanted to show you those options there right now. That is pretty much the biggest and most popular stuff that people tend to look at. So I'm going to leave you with that there. I do think that you should probably go ahead and get Google Analytics enabled, get an account set up, and get it working on your website so you can start tracking this information and be more efficient with how you're serving your customers. Hope this helps.